Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Vision Podcast. My name is Larissa. Also, Happy New Year. I know that I'm so late with this because I'm pretty much late with filming this part of the podcast. I know, but we're still in 2020, so it's good. But yeah, I hope everyone had a amazing start into the new year. I hope you all crushing your goals, going strong, and just doing what you love and just staying positive, as I always talk about. So yeah, let's freaking start. As I've said it already, I hope everyone just started their year as they should. But guys, if you didn't really have a great start into the new year, maybe you fought with your boyfriend, girlfriend, maybe you just, I don't know, were at a party and the vibe wasn't the real vibe, or anything that was just off and you started the new year on the wrong foot and it just felt heavy. And since I talked about this the last time we had the podcast, was the thing that it felt like a huge energy, a huge expectation was starting to buckle up for 2020. Us being like it's gonna be amazing, it's gonna be big, everything is gonna go, all the positive ways, nothing is gonna go wrong, it's gonna be bam, 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 bam. And then, God forbid, your year doesn't just start the way you want it, and then you feel like you're already failing. If you catch my drift. Like I said, I mentioned it so many times, or I still kind of mention it even on my streams, by the way, twitch.tv/Larissa with 2 S. But okay, besides the plug, yeah, it's I felt the same way kind of on the beginning of the year. That expectation, I feel like everyone's just expecting things to fall from the sky and everything just going well, and no complications, which it's okay, it's fine, because we all just kind of put all of our energies together to make this expectation kind of happen, right? So what I want to start off with and say is, if you, again, didn't start off with your year on a great note, if you feel like that January and even now February and even now March hasn't been the best, and you feel like, oh my God, when you start saying, oh, I'm gonna start my new year in February, and then you kind of put it on March, and then do you know what I mean? It's just that we shouldn't worry about it, right? We're still on the beginning of the year. It doesn't mean if we have a bad day that it's automatically a bad life, or if we have a bad week that it's automatically a bad month. Do you know what I mean? So even if we have a bad month or 2 or 3 or 4, doesn't mean the year is just gonna collapse and everything is gonna go to even worse, or situations and things that are gonna occur and happen. No, guys, no, don't even start thinking like that. Even if, again, things didn't go well, or things appeared all of a sudden that you didn't even fucking imagine, and you were like, what the hell? What am I supposed to do now? You can start over at any point in time. That's also one thing that I repeat so many times throughout my entire life. I just keep talking. Look, you can start at any point in time. You can restart your life right now. You don't have to wait up till tomorrow or next year or next month or whatever. You can start now. You can even start tomorrow, but ideally you should start now, because so you don't push the things to the side and then you push it to another day and blah blah, so on and so on. So yeah, again, back to the point, what I was saying is that it doesn't matter if you have a bad month or 2 months that didn't go right, or even 3 months now since we're in March. Your 2020 is still gonna be amazing, and I know it will. I know that 2020 is going to be so amazing for all of us. I'm one of those, I could say, lucky people that their New Year's didn't go well, which kind of set me off, not gonna lie. I mean, since I kind of, am on this point when my mindset and with my just general things that I do and think about, I could withstand it and I could kind of move on, but it was still kind of bugging me because, again, that expectation 2020 is going to be amazing. And then I'm like, oh my God, not even the first day of the year is not feeling the best. Do you know what I mean? But again, guys, no worries. We literally have so many months ahead of us that are going to be amazing and that are going to be filled with love and positivity and so many opportunities and so many miracles. I can feel it for all of us, not only for me or for someone that I care or anything like that. No, it's going to be amazing. So don't let yourself be discouraged by, again, a bad day, a bad week, a bad month. It doesn't make everything just, bad all of a sudden because of a tiny thing. Honestly, it is just a month, And if we can experience another one and another one, we are experiencing a miracle because, there are situations where people don't see another day, another morning, or not even another month in their life. So yeah, it's a big pleasure to be going through another month, even if we're going through stuff or we are trying to improve stuff. It's amazing that we are able to do that. But yeah, you can restart again. You can restart your year or start your new year now. Why not? Do you know what I mean? Or you don't have to even put labels onto it on the day or the month, being oh, yo, this is the new year now, don't worry about me. Let's forget about the 3 months that are already happening. Do you know what I mean? Let's put that to the side. Let's not think about it. Let's not even mention it. No, we don't have to put labels on it. We can just be you know what? This happened, but as I always say, things happen for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. There was even things for me that happened again for a reason. And we're, again, only 3 months into the new year. We're even so close to summer now. Can you even imagine that? It's so crazy. So yeah, even things went kind of wrong or were meh, for me until up now, but I am embracing them. It's so good. It's nice. And there's, again, always a positive thing that happens in the bad. There's a lot of things, a lot of growing as a person that has happened for me personally this year, which I'm embracing so hardcore. I'm embracing everything that made me feel a little bit off or anything. Again, everything happens for a reason. So we learn and, just level up, as I would say. We have to keep on constantly, we have to keep constantly moving to improve, to get better, to learn more, to see more good in the bad and everything. So yeah, just look at from another perspective, as look at what happened and just look for the good. Don't let it weigh you down and make you feel like you're a failure or you're already failing this year, or that you should just just leave all the goals behind and just put all the goals beside just because blah 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 happened, or whatever. Like if it was a breakup, if again you fought with someone, or you don't talk with someone anymore, or you felt like something was going wrong, or your plans were changing, or anything like that, there's always a reason behind it. Like always. Literally always, like the pets. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, it's gonna be an amazing year for you. Again, I'm gonna repeat it for everyone in the back. It's gonna be an amazing year for you. 2020 is gonna bring you a lot of stuff, which could be also bad, but still, again, anything bad that happens, anything that doesn't go as planned, whatever happens for a reason. Sometimes we don't see that reason right away. Sometimes we just don't see the good in the bad right away, but it's okay. It's normal. We learn to adapt to stuff. And, not even I was always like that, where I could see the positive in the bad. And even, especially when there's like heavier stuff going on, like it's a hard thing to learn and doesn't just come easily, honestly. So, but yeah, but also, since we're pretty much on the beginning of the year still, even though we're 3 months in again, we have already set our goals last year in December, or even October, November, or even if you love to like plan ahead as I do, you already did that. But since we're on the beginning of the year again, we are setting our goals for this year. I hope everyone set their goals up high, as freaking high as you can, because that's how it should be. So when we get to the goal, when we reach certain things, when we make things happen, it even feels way more stronger as a feeling, rather than supposed to, when you just setting lower goals and then, thinking that you cannot dream big and have bigger goals because you feel like you're gonna fail or whatever. No, just like whatever feels right. If your goal is to lose weight this year, it's it's perfectly fine. If it is to grow as a person, learn more things, expand your mindset, it's good as well. If it's maybe working on your anxiety or depression, and just, getting out of bed and doing the tasks that you want to do every single day, it's good as well. Every goal that you are setting for yourself for this year is good enough. It's gonna come true. I believe in you all, guys. Again, with the positive mind and positive energy I'm sending all to you out there, that some of you for sure needed. But yeah, setting goals for the year is a big thing, because you put things into perspective, you become more focused, you focus on the things that you want to do and accomplish this year, and also it makes just life and generally the year more exciting, because you're trying your best, you are just hustling hard and just achieving things. Even again, if it's the tiniest thing, if it's like, oh my god, I gained another follower on Instagram, well, that's fucking great, and I'm so happy and proud of you, honestly. Like, I don't care whatever anyone says, wow, that was a repeat, to you about your goal not being important enough, or for example, your wish not being big enough, or again not as important enough. You should never listen to people like that. Never ever. Everyone's wishes and goals are equal and as important, like big and small, wide, left and right, like they are all on the same frequency, and it just depends from you how it's gonna happen and how the outcome is going to be. But a great way of setting goals is writing them down. So like that could be even like making a new vision board for the year, like I do. I love it. I mean, I don't think that I'm going to do, like always going to do a new vision board for the year. Especially, I just have like the big things that I want to reach, and then, when you reach them, you just make a new one, or, you just, I don't know, cross them out or whatever. But yeah, if the visual thing is not really something for you, you can write them down to keep yourself again focused and reminded of what is happening for you this year, what opportunities are happening, or what opportunities you are creating for yourself. Because there's a lot of things that we just expect to happen and think that it's going to be happening like by itself, like just we're going to just sit here and it's going to happen. No, you have to make things happen so other things happen. So, you have to do the moving and keep on moving and keep on being on the track of your life and of your, just mindset. So the universe starts opening up the doors for you, when you start following your bliss. That's when the universe starts opening doors for you, when there were walls. An amazing quote by Joseph Campbell. Amazing quote. It's actually one of my favorite quotes. And if also you wanna just get into, the positive vibes with quotes and simple stuff like that, watch The Secret. There's a lot of positive and very inspiring quotes being mentioned there. Must watch or must read The Secret 100%. But yeah, like I said it before, you can just write it down on a piece of paper or in your diary or in your planner, or you just get a dedicated planner for your goals, or just a notebook. It doesn't have to be a planner, it can be a simple tiny notebook that you can put into your pocket and just take it with you, or whatever like you desire and whatever fits your style. And then you can even dissect them and put smaller goals for each goal. Do you know what I mean? Or set a plan on how you're gonna do it, or what time frame you're gonna reach what goal you set yourself up to. So there's a lot of different ways how to approach them. The only thing that I'm going to say is just keep on moving, just keep on going. Like, never give up. Whatever it is, whatever you're trying to reach, never give up. Like, things are gonna go wrong. Things are going to be bad sometimes. Man, things are even going to be obnoxious. What? Did you hear that? Things are even going to be obnoxious sometimes. And it's going to drive you crazy and nuts. And you're going to feel like you're about to give up. But not really. Just keep on going. Like, trust me. Just keep on going. Because also a favorite quote in my life that I love to use is fail your way to success. It sounds crazy and you're gonna be like, what do you mean, Larissa, by failing your way to success? Isn't that already just sounding very negatively? But I'm gonna tell you guys, no. Like, with every failure that we go through, with each step that we fail, whatever goes wrong, plans change, things just fall apart, people leave, people come in, and it's a lot. But that's how you reach your goal, with trying and failing. Trial and error. That's how you do it. It's not about like just running and everything's okay and then you reach your goal. That's not how it works. I feel like a lot of people even with just, again, simple goals, as for example waking up early or whatever, they just think that, oh, I'm gonna try it, and then they try it and they fail and they go back to sleep and they're like, oh my god, I'm gonna give up, never mind, and they never try it again. And it's like, you didn't even really try it in the first place. Like, trust me, no, this is not how it works. You keep on trying, and you just don't let the failures like get to you, because it doesn't mean if you fail that you're a failure. That is two separate things. So again, back to the example, if you want to start waking up early, you have to keep on trying. Like, it might happen that there's gonna be a few days in between where you just couldn't get out of bed, but you still got out of bed at some other days, and you maybe just like track it down. I love tracking things down, which again puts things more into perspective and you just see it more, So, and also you remember that, oh, I woke up on Sunday at 7 and I didn't go back to sleep. That's great. But, also like tiny naps shouldn't like set you back. And again, just the fact that you woke up on certain days and you still keep on going, and even again, if it happens that you wake up early and then the next day not really, and then again you wake up early and the next day not really again, but you still keep on trying. Even if you fail, you keep on going, and that's how you reach your goal. Any goal in life, if it's business, if it's just personal, if it's something to do with your relationship, with your family, with habits, with anything, your job, like anything, that's how it works. Trial and error. Just keep on going and just have the positive mindset and just believe in yourself that you can make it. Like, doesn't matter if you're gonna fall, doesn't really matter. The only thing that really matters is that you get up. Like, you fall to your knees, it hurts, but just get back up and fix your crown and keep on going, keep on hustling. Like, again, if maybe it's gonna happen that it's gonna be hard and you're gonna cry and you're gonna feel like you're not doing the best that you could or whatever, just keep on going, just keep on trying, just keep on going, and trust me, you will reach any goal in life that you set yourself to. Even if that's, again, maybe for 2020, which a lot of people probably did, is losing weight or just like changing habits. Just pretty much that's what people decide to change in the new year. But yeah, which kind of leads me to the next thing that I wanted to talk about, is not being too hard on yourself. Like, look, don't be too hard on yourself. Doesn't mean if you skipped one day of gym that it's gonna kill you, or if you ate one cupcake that it's gonna fucking make you fat right away, which I still kind of believe it will make me fat. But let's be realistic, it's not. Like, if you are, for example, on a diet and you maybe eat some fries one day and then for the next 2 weeks nothing, or for a month nothing, and then you do it again just one time, like, don't be too hard on yourself. That doesn't mean you have to just drop your diet, or again, if you miss one day out of the week of not going to the gym, that, well, you should just stop and just leave it. Or, oh man, I'm just a failure, like I should just leave it, like fuck, I cannot do anything, I'm not consistent, whatever. Don't, like, the big thing that I always also mention is don't listen to your inner voice. All of our inner voices are the same. If you ever ask that to yourself and you're like, does anyone else's inner voice sound like very fucking toxic? And it's like, just, I don't know how to explain it, but it is like a very toxic friend that you kind of have to deal with, but not really want to. And they're not making you feel good. They're making you feel bad. They don't have anything positive to say. Well, yeah, let me tell you, that's our inner voice. And we all have the same one. Like, there are situations when things go right and your inner voice goes, yes, I knew it. Do you know what I mean? But that's a bit rare. Let's be honest. The inner voice is just there to fucking bully us by this point. So one thing that I would advise you to do is start ignoring your inner voice and start listening just to yourself. Like, for example, I would be like, you know what? I'm going to listen to me. I'm going to listen to Larissa. I'm not going to listen to you, bitch, talking to me and calling me a fat bitch. Like, no. Like, I know it takes time. Trust me. It took me some time. Again, with a lot of things with which it has to do about, just growing as a person, mindset. It takes some time. It doesn't just happen overnight. It doesn't just happen like in a week or whatever, because also, we all are different. So sometimes people realize stuff after a day. Like, one person does that after a week, or someone gets muscles and the gains in the gym after a month already, and someone, it takes it longer for them, and then it happens after a few months. Like, we all just constantly keep on going, and it feels like that we are all kind of the same, but we're not, So we should really not be too hard on ourselves and stop listening to our inner voice. I read about that inner voice in a lot of books, in a lot of self-help books, which are literally my favorites, or even podcasts or like shows on YouTube where they talk about it. Like, you should work on that and literally just stop listening to it, because on some point, when you keep being persistent with that, when you don't listen to your inner voice, you just stop listening to it on some point, and then it's not there anymore. It's literally gone, and it's the most amazing feeling. Let me tell you, it is. But yeah, I feel like we generally are so hard on ourselves. Like, we talk down on us, we make us feel like, we cannot do this. Again, the inner voice, which makes things worse anyway, makes it way worse. But also just like, talking down on others or being too hard on others, like, everyone is going through a struggle, and we all have issues, problems, or things that we are working on. No one is perfect. No one, trust me, no one is freaking perfect. Everyone is working on something, or there's something that is bothering them, or they want to work on. And sometimes we're even too hard on just ourselves in the first place. And then when we already do that, we go even harder on other people, and it's like we don't do that a lot of times like conscious, like it's not a conscious thing that we do, but we still do it. And we forget. Again, this is one thing that I'm still learning, a big thing that is for me, which is learning that not everyone has been through the same things in life. So that means they didn't have the same experiences, and that also leads that they might not have the same mindset. They might not see the things that I already see. Do you know what I mean? Because they have to learn that still, or maybe they're not gonna learn it, or whatever the case is. Do you understand me? That's one thing that I kind of do unconscious myself. And then I, remind myself sometimes, or I just remember it generally. I'm like, oh my God, Larissa, you should have said this, because people are not on the same energy level as you and the same mindset level. And, they're maybe going through the stuff that you already did. Like, I do that not on purpose, 100% not on purpose. I wouldn't ever do things, or I should say bad things on purpose. Like, no, I'm not like that. But yeah, just generally that energy that goes around is like, we have to push. And again, if we, for example, don't wake up every single day at exactly 7 p.m. in the morning, 7 a.m., then we are hard on ourselves, and we, again, talk down and fucking punch us down to the ground, like ourselves. And we keep on doing that constantly. And then we even have more feedback from our fucking bitchy inner voice. And then everything just starts spiraling. And yeah, it's a big thing, again, that will take some time to learn and to readjust to, that we shouldn't just be that harsh to ourselves. We're only human. We are for sure trying our best. And, besides the point that we're going through stuff and life is happening, and, expectations versus reality, and, plans not going through, or whatever it is, like, we have to take that in consideration too. But also, just again, when it comes to goals, whatever goal it might be, we should just take it easy. Like, okay, it might slip through where we're like, oh my God, why did you do that? Do you know what I mean? Or, oh my God, why did you eat that cookie? Like, again, it takes some time, like, to readjust and rethink our way, like, that we think about anything in life. The process, like, you can change a process of thinking that you've been doing for years, like, in a day. You cannot do that. That's it would be some kind of black magic for freaking sure. But yeah, like I said it again, this year can still be your year, no matter how annoying it already is, or no matter how annoying your siblings are, or how they're like driving you nuts, or whatever is happening. Like, also, did you hear my stomach do the noise? Yeah, I'm getting hungry, but don't mind me that. If you heard that again, please just ignore it, okay? Ignore it. Oh my God, but never mind. But yeah, again, back to what I was saying. You can still make it your year, no matter how anyone is annoying or whatever happened or whatever. You can make this year yours, and you will make it yours. Again, I'm going to repeat it for everyone in the back. This year, 2020, is going to be your year. It is. No matter how impossible it seems, it will. Like, just push that ball so it starts unrolling, and everything is going to unleash and just happen after that. And it's going to be positive, and it's going to be so great. Also, what I already have on my list anyway is you can make a new start every single day. You don't have to depend from anyone or anything that should dictate you on when you want to start off your diet, or when you want to start over your life, or when you want what the fuck was that? But yeah, like, there's nothing or no one that could tell you ever when you can do things. So again, like, you can start over your life at any point. Is it going to be hard? Yeah. But is it going to be worth it? Hell yeah. So anything that you want to start over and just start doing, start it now. Go to the gym now. Start your diet now. Not tomorrow, now. But again, don't be stressed about it. You can always restart. You can always press the restart button and redo it and make things better. You can improve things. So don't worry about it. There's always a new chance to start over again. Which also just immediately brings me to the next topic, which is breaking habits, which I kind of also mentioned in between. And yeah, breaking habits and changing your life is a big thing. There is a lot of just simple habits that we do that are crucial to having a better life, honestly. Which one of the ones that I already mentioned was waking up early, or starting a diet, losing weight, maybe going to sleep a bit earlier in the night, changing, I don't know, whatever. It could be like not scrolling through your phone at 4 in the morning or anything like that. It could be anything. Do you know what I mean? Any bad habit or any habit that is not doing you well or is just not bringing you positive stuff into your life should be changed, most definitely, because it's going to improve the quality of your life. It's going to improve your level of happiness. Like, for example, the one thing that I've been working on myself, I love to just include, examples of myself because, so you can relate to some stuff too, is waking up early, and, I pretty much created a bad habit of just sleeping too long, sleeping in, and then it kind of pushed way further. Like my body pushed it way further and I didn't expect it. And then I had to start working on it. And trust me, breaking a bad habit, again, doesn't happen overnight. So don't be too hard on yourself. Like for example, even smoking is a bad habit, or complaining. A big bad habit that we do is people that I'm proud to say that I am not doing. I'm avoiding it at all costs, pretty much. But sometimes whatever I'm trying to explain, it sounds like complaining, but it's not complaining. But yeah, like big things as that I broke as a habit just made things way better. Like way freaking better. At the beginning, again, it might not seem like it's gonna do anything or it's gonna bring you anything positive, but trust me, guys, trust me, it will. So breaking habits, okay, you can just write them down. Again, as I said it, with your goals, you can write them down and just make it more visible for you. So it's, it's visual, and then you can work on it more, because sometimes when we just have it in our head being like, oh, I'm gonna start a diet, and we don't go look for a plan, we don't write down what we are going to avoid as foods or whatever the plan is, what we're going to do, we just keep in our heads, and that's not how things go. That's not how we're supposed to do things, because again, we forget about it, life happens, whatever. But if you have it in a planner, like, or in a notebook, like at any section, at any paper that you can find, if you just draw or write it down and just make your brain just kind of visualize it more and make it more aware of what you have to do, or then you just start automatically brainstorming and just thinking on how you could attack the problem, aka the habit. So again, it's gonna take some time. It might not take the longest. Like, it all depends by you. Again, we're all different. So if Jimmy only, I don't know, if it took him only a week for him to change his sleeping pattern, doesn't mean that it's gonna take a week for you too, So don't compare yourself, just only work on yourself. Just look at your path, your life, at the situation that you are right now. Just be like, look, Larissa, this is your life, this is the situation you're in, and just work on the problem. Don't compare the problem to someone else's problem that is the same problem, but again, we're all different, with different experiences, different mindsets, different whatever, lives, jobs, hobbies, whatever. Do you know what I mean? So it's way different, but I believe in you guys. You can all break a bad habit or any habit that doesn't fit your style or doesn't serve you a purpose in the end, you can do this for sure. Next one would be pretty much time management. That goes kind of hand in hand with what I already talked about in today's podcast. Time management can go with, breaking habits or sending or setting goals or, working on yourself, not being too hard on yourself or anything like that. There's a lot of different things that go into time management, and it, as it already says, managing your time with whatever you have to do, managing your time with when you're gonna go to gym, or managing your time with when you're gonna go and work on your goal, or brainstorm for stuff or anything. Time management is the key to everything that comes to day-to-day life. Like, we don't think about it, but man, it is so crucial. When I start to time management my life a bit more, I was in a phase once where I time management hour by hour. You can do this too. It might even work for you. For example, eat breakfast at 7:30 or 7:20, start working out, or 8, go pick up whatever. Do you know what I mean? You can time management it. You can time management. What I've been saying, time management. Oh, whatever. I might see my brain English. What is even English today, right? You can time manage anything you want. Anything you want. Whatever it is. Again, working out, breaking a habit, for example, waking up early, going to bed early. So you put the exact time down when you're going to sleep, when you're waking up, when you're gonna work out, when you're gonna go to work, when you're gonna work on your goal, when you're gonna network, contact sponsors, anything. You can imagine. Again, you can time manage it the way it just fits your day-to-day life, or that it fits your style, basically. So you can just do it in the way of putting it in just tinier time increments. For example, 20 minutes or 30 minutes, or by hour, or hour and a half. You can do whatever you want. There's a lot of options that you can just do. And again, just draw it, draw a schedule on a piece of paper. Maybe you make one in Photoshop, or even in just any program, Word, any, or even if you don't have Word and you would love to do that, maybe Excel or OpenOffice. There are so many options. But yeah, time management is key. You can even time manage it the way that you do it by monthly, or do it as currently what I'm doing is doing stuff per 3 months. So I have to reach certain things, or do certain things, or reach a certain goal by the end of the 3rd month. And it's a very, very great technique to do, because it kind of gives you more space, and it gives you more time to breathe. It's not really in the way for example, if you would be I have to finish this paper by the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? But you're okay, if it's very, very important and you have to finish it by the end of the day, you have to do it. But for example, if you're I want to lose 1 kilogram this month, or for example, since I'm doing it per 3 months, I would say for example, I want to lose 5 kilograms in the next 3 months. And then every 3 months, you just set new goals, or move the goal that you didn't achieve to another one. Do you know what I mean? It just opens up a bigger space. So the system, which I'm gonna just open up in my planner, it is kind of called, not kind of, Larissa, it is called the Q4 system. So Q1 is, for example, January, February, March. Q2 is April, May, June. Q3, July, August, September, and Q4, October, November, December. Do you know what I mean? So it just kind of is, it's also kind of better because it's not like, oh, I want to become a singer by the end of the year. It's like, no, I want to become a singer in the next 3 months, and you then work on it. Do you know what I mean? So it's different ways of time management that you can do. Again, you can do a schedule, or you can do a weekly schedule, a daily schedule. There is a lot of even free printables online that you can get that can help you do things more if you don't really know how to do it, or you don't have an idea how to put a plan down, or what you would love to include. Pinterest is the way to go. You can find so many things on Pinterest, so I would advise you to do that. So, but yeah, when you do time management, you just also tend to do things even more. You are kind of like forcing yourself, or kind of reminding yourself of, oh, I have to call this client today, or, oh, I have gym at 5, or do you know what I mean? So it's like you're actually doing stuff, so you're not procrastinating. That, just decreases procrastinating a lot. I mean, you could just move everything from day to day to day to day, honestly, if we're like honest to God. But no, there's a lot of things. Like, I'm probably also going to kind of film a video on my time management things that I do in my planner, which is gonna be just a planner video type of deal. But my planner is, which it's a side fact, but in my planner I have a lot of things just about time management, schedules, a goal section, affirmations, vision board, and then just separate tabs for separate things that I have to kind of manage, like the Moon Squad, the podcast, Instagram, and so on. But that's just separate things that don't really matter. But still, like, when you just plan out stuff and you set a date or a time increment for a certain thing or a certain goal, it just kind of pushes you way more and makes you aware of things that you have to do, or what you should do, or whatever it includes in that. But yeah, time management is key for this year, or for any year, honestly, for any year. Which also leads me to the next point, which is self-control. Self-control is a big thing that we don't like to do. Self-control could be like, controlling yourself from not yelling into someone's face because they're making you angry. Self-control could be like trying not to fucking cry at everything people say. Like, someone could be like, oh my God, you look like a butterfly, starts crying, and it's like, man, what is happening? Self-control could be like, I don't want to overeat because I'm on a diet. Self-control is even just being persistent with stuff. Do you know what I mean? Be like, oh, I'm gonna upload this video, but I'm not gonna go watch a video. That's self-control. Just focusing and just working on what you have to do. Again, self-control can be even, for example, you have to do some work, but people are calling you to come out and party, and you say no. That's self-control again. There's a lot of things that we say yes to that we shouldn't, and there's even a lot of things that we say no to when we should say yes. But self-control is just generally things that we control ourselves, that we are aware of, that we put the time and effort in to be in control, and even I honestly am working with self-control. controlling yourself not to, that it could be anything by this point, controlling yourself not to get overwhelmed with emotions, or controlling yourself not to get angry at something that you shouldn't get angry at. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff. So again, a lot of things that we do as work on ourselves takes time, patience, and just a wish to, work on it and improve. We can improve so many things on ourselves, like so many. Like there's always gonna be a thing that can get better, or can be done faster, or anything. So but yeah, self-control is a big thing, especially in just personal stuff, like again, dieting and anything, even business. Honestly, self-control not to leave your house and go do just reckless stuff while you have to do work. Or even for an example, instead of you filming a video or being, just a entrepreneur and brainstorming or doing whatever it is, and you rather go watch Netflix, well, yeah, that's not how it works. Self-control on zero, really. But that's self-control is a big thing that a lot of people do. Like, I mean, everything that is just normal and we do as humans is a thing that just happens and occurs, like, a lot in life with a lot of people. Like, don't worry about it. It's not only you. It's a lot of us. So, but yeah, the last point of today's podcast is embracing yourself. And it's such a positive, I'm not really saying that the podcast wasn't positive, but it's such a strong positive thing to end this podcast on. Embracing yourself is a big thing that we sadly don't do a lot. Again, we went through a lot of stuff that we just kind of do like on an automatic, or automatically react, or just autopilot on and just keeps going. But yeah, like we have to learn to embrace ourselves, embrace the way we are, embrace our flaws, embrace that we're growing as a person, we are working on whatever we're working on, and just just give ourselves a big hug. Like embracing anything, like even like embracing your past, embracing your past experiences, and just again, not being too harsh on ourselves. Like everything pretty much goes hand in hand what I said today. It's like, it's one thing that I love to do. I'm just like, Larissa, it's okay. It's okay. Everything is okay. Like whatever happened in life, whatever is happening, it's okay. And I'm just embracing it. Like honestly, embracing yourself and just embracing whatever it is to embrace in your life. If that's a situation that happened, if that's a fight or someone you lost, or I don't know, things that you didn't do. I don't know. There is a lot, that could be a perfect example, but just embracing things. Like this year, one thing that I did was just embracing my past. What I'm going to say is I was content with my past. It's not like I was losing my sleep over it now. No, like I fixed that situation. I was done with it. I was like, okay, but I didn't embrace it. I didn't embrace myself in it. And that's what I started to do, just embracing my past, the past experiences, whatever happened to me, whatever people did, I just embraced it. And I was like, it's okay. Not that I didn't think that it was okay, but I was just like, it's okay. Just, again, giving ourselves a big hug and just, knowing that everything is going to be okay, because we are here on this earth and we're gonna stay in this body with this brain for the longest time. I hope for us all, for sure. So why shouldn't we embrace who we are? Embrace our personality. Embrace the hair we have, the hands, like the skin we have, the color of our eyes, the personality that we have, the funny things that we sometimes do, or even the just stupid things that we sometimes do. We don't want to embrace that, right? We just stay away from that, and we're like, no, I'm not gonna embrace it. But you know what? We should just laugh at a lot of stuff, just a lot of stuff that we should just laugh it off. If it's bad or good, if it's stupid or crazy, we should just laugh it off. That's one thing that we don't do a lot, is laugh. Just laugh. And just embrace whatever life is going to throw at us, which again is hard. It's hard when you're not in control with certain things, and you're like, how should I embrace it? But when you embrace your life, or embrace yourself, or embrace anything you do, or anyone else, it just, even adds another chain to the positivity chain. It just spreads your wings more and makes things less heavier, But when you hold a grudge to something, or you don't embrace, for example, again, your past or your past experiences or whatever, it's just there. Like you are okay, the wounds healed and everything, but you're not embracing it. You're not really talking about it. But when you embrace it and you just start talking about it, and, some people might give you the looks, or someone might be like, oh my God, you know what I mean? But just embracing it, and you're like, it's okay. This hair is my hair. This life is my life, and I'm embracing it. This is my family. I'm embracing it. The bad experiences that I went through in my life, I'm embracing them all, giving them a big smile, a big hug, and just being okay with it. Because why shouldn't we be okay with it and just embrace it, We are taught from the very first steps that we do just to worry and just, ignore stuff, and just swipe it away, just swipe it under the rug and let's forget about it. But it's like, when you think about certain situations and then you look for the positives, it opens up a door. It makes things easier for you when you embrace it, when you're like, this happened to me, but man, I am stronger now. It made me into who I am today. It pushed me into this direction. I'm embracing it. See, there's so many positive things that we just don't realize. But when we do certain things, like all the things that I mentioned today, again, even if you have a bad day, bad week, bad month, doesn't mean it is a bad life or even a bad year. Like, even if you had a bad month, doesn't mean this year is not gonna be fucking rocking for you, and you're gonna, make it work and make it amazing. And then again, setting goals, like just embracing the fact that you're going after your goals, and not being too hard on yourself, and just, keeping it positive that you can still make this your year, and just know the fact that you can reset your life at any point. If you want to redo something, if you want to try something again, you can always do that. And just with breaking habits and managing your time, how and what you do with your time, how you spend it, what you do, is so crucial, again, for your life, for your goals, for your happiness even. Do you know what I mean? And also self-control, again. If you're like controlling your outbursts or situations where you shouldn't just be dramatic about it and things like that. And just embracing it, that we're all just only humans and that we all just are trying our best, I know that you can all improve stuff and you can make it better, sure. But just still embrace who you are, like how you look like, how the situation is. Doesn't mean that you have to be happy with something that you're unhappy with. I'm not saying that. Then change it. Attack the problem, change it. I will always say that. Whatever doesn't make you happy, change it. But still embrace the bad. Look for the good in the bad and just embrace whatever happened or whatever will happen. Just spread out your hands and just take it in. So, yeah, guys, that was today's podcast. I hope you all freaking enjoyed it. It was such a strong, it was another great podcast filled with strong energy, strong positive energy, and just keeping it real with you guys, honestly, because again, we're all only humans. We're all growing and working on ourselves. So when we have all issues, problems, again, things that don't go as we actually plan to or whatever, we're only humans and we can do as much. So if we try and keep on trying and keep on failing our way to success, that's the most important thing that we can do. Thank you all for listening today, and I will all see you in the next one. So goodbye, love you all.